Hello. Oh my gosh. Fucking hell. Ugh. Well. Welcome back to more Final Fantasy 2. I would say I hope you've had a good day, but I don't know if anyone has had a good day today. If you have somehow had a good day today, well, then congratulations. I'm very happy for you. Gosh, dang it. If you're wondering if you don't know what's going on, Trump being an asshole again. Hey, Sleepless, welcome in. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and pin this for like the whole stream. Yeah, I'm just gonna pin the the links to 5 calls. I'm gonna pin that for the to call your senators and representatives. I'm gonna pin that message for the whole stream. Yeah. Call your senators and representatives. Yell at them about why we haven't impeached Trump yet. Do that every single day you can. I don't know if that will actually lead to that. I don't know if they'll have enough of a spine to actually impeach him, or to actually try to impeach him. But at least we can make them. At least we can try to make them as uncomfortable with this whole situation as we're all feeling. So there's something broke at work over the weekend and they still haven't fixed it. Oh. Sorry to hear that, Sleepless. Sleep says, but they're more than happy to yell at my boss about why we're not doing anything with the broken tools. Okay. Sorry, I gotta remember where I was at. I gotta remember the direction I was going in. I think this is the way. So it says you're in a cave. That is true. I am in a cave. Okay, there. I just do normal attacks and get through them. But I hope y'all had a good... Well, I hope Monday wasn't too bad. Jeez, Oh, and also, okay, trying to actually talk about some positive things to distract me from how bad from the negative things. Reminder, the poll for deciding the 200 playthrough is open. Make sure to go vote for that. Make sure, if you haven't already, make sure to go vote between Xenogears, Kid Icarus Uprising, Persona 4 Golden, and Kingdom Hearts to decide what game I play for the 200 playthrough. I've already had quite a few people vote, which is very nice to see. Although I think that's just because well, each of those games, no matter what the popularity of those games is, each of those games has a very dedicated fan base. The Persona fans are either really into Persona 4 or they really don't like Persona 4. The Kingdom Hearts fans are really into Kingdom Hearts. The Xenogears fans are really into Xenogears, and us and the Kid Icarus Uprising fans are really into Kid Icarus Uprising. So I am effectively pitting 4 games with a very big or very devoted fan bases against each other. So that's really going to come down to which people of which fan base, like, it's really going to come down to, like, out of all the people who see that poll, what fan base they're a part of. I just, I don't, I don't think it will end in a tie. I very much, it's a very, I doubt it would end in a tie, but if it does, that's gonna be, if it does, that'll be kind of odd. Yeah, that'll be kind of odd because, I actually could not, like, part of the reason I decided to make this one of the donation goals is I could not decide between these 4 games. Pokemon SQ says, or plan B, just throw things at the wall and see what sticks? No, well, I can't do that with something as big as the 200th playthrough, but... Welcome in, Pokemon SQ. Sleep says, I voted against my heart. I'm guessing really what you mean by that, Sleepless, is that you voted against your Kingdom Heart. But I also voted for finishing a game that's been on hold for years at this point. That is true. Yeah, regardless of which wins, I do need to get to playing those, like... I do need to get to playing multiple of those games very, like, sooner or later. Because... Well, yeah, not sooner or later, relatively soon. Because, yeah, all 4 of those games are games I'd really like to play on the channel. Pokemon Cube says, I voted for the game that Square refuses to allow to be playable in Europe. Yes, they are extra heavy in takedowns for emulations in Europe. Yeah, each of these games, I understand which game someone would vote for. It is a... Again, part of the reason I made this a donation goal was because I could not pick between these 4 games. Well, I could not pick between these 4 games, and there were even more games that I considered, but I wasn't sure. The other games that I considered, I wasn't sure that I could play them like every single stream until I beat them. Like Kid Icarus Uprising, if the gameplay holds up or doesn't hold up, I think I'd be able to get through, like, play that every single stream because of how much I enjoy the story and characters in that game. And if the gameplay does still hold up, then yeah, I'll definitely be able to do that. Kingdom Hearts is also a case where, yeah, I can definitely, because I've already played through Kingdom Hearts, I definitely could sit through that. Like, I know for certain that I could sit through that back to back to back. Heck, that's what I did when I first played it on the channel. Like, I started Kingdom Hearts 1 and played that for a whole week. And then, Persona 4... That's another one where I'm certain that I could play that for like every stream until I beat it. Because again, that's kind of what I did the first time I tried. Well, the time I tried to play it on the channel, is I played it for a full week. And then Xenogears, I'm pretty certain I have tried out a little bit of Xenogears because originally my plan was to stream it on the play it on the PS3, but. Yeah, originally my plan was to play it on the PS3, but then now that I have a computer that can actually like emulate games, while I can play it on PC. So, but as part of that, I did try out the PS1 on PS3 version of Xenogears, and from what little bit I played, I didn't get to play much, but from what I played, I'm like, yeah, I think I could play this like every single stream until I beat it. So he says, nothing will beat that first reveal of what's inside Teddy once he comes out to the real world. That is one of the your reaction was priceless 4 years ago. That is one of the sad things. That is a sad thing. That is a sad part of this, in that y'all won't get, if Persona 4 wins, y'all won't get my first reaction to a lot of the parts of like the first half of Persona 4. Now, because it's been some time since then, there is a lot I've forgotten. Because it's been some time since then, there is a lot I've forgotten about the game. However, one of the things I have not forgotten and clearly remember is the bad parts. That's why when I give the pros and cons of the game, The whole reason I made a pros and cons list for each game was because of Persona 4, because I was like, hey, on the one hand, if this game wins, hey, I get to play a Persona game for really long, and that's going to be great. On the other hand, if this game wins, I have to play a Persona game. So he says, I don't think you got too far past the strip club. Okay, let's keep going. Oh wait, no, I need to use physical attacks for these things. Sir Straw Hat says, wait, what? Well, Sir Straw Hat, you'll see if we get to Persona 4. If Persona 4 wins the poll. For those just coming in, Sue says, yeah, Persona 4 is a strip club dungeon. Yeah, and honestly, at some point, I would expect, even with just the knowledge I have of, like, having fully played through Persona 5 and having played a little bit of Persona 4, yeah, I would expect a strip club dungeon to happen at some point in the series. Sir Straw Hat says a strip club and a dungeon? Kinky. Well, in the case of the Persona 4 strip club dungeon, maybe a little too kinky. Bucket Mascu says, in fairness, Persona 5 also has that kind of. So yeah, if you haven't yet already, go make sure to vote. Well, first of all, just to let y'all know what's going on, even though I'm not playing it today, the XCOM 2 Donathon is still ongoing, so if you're able to, please consider donating. Subs, bits, gift subs, and direct donations will count towards the Donathon, and even though I'm not playing XCOM 2 right now, any donations made will add more to my remaining lives. And if I run out of lives while playing XCOM 2, then the playthrough ends. But we've already passed the first 6 donation goals, and we're now working our way towards the 7th, which is y'all getting to decide a new emote for the channel. In addition to that, if you haven't already, let me add this in. If you haven't already, so one of the donation goals that was there, as you might have seen, was y'all getting to decide what the 200 playthrough is. And the reason that's a big deal is because the 200 like every 100 playthroughs I do on my channel, I play that game, like once I start that game on stream, I play through it from beginning to end I play through, like every stream will be that game until I beat it. So, unlike the 100th playthrough, which I decided would be Yakuza 0, this time, because we reached $400 donated as part of the Donathon, y'all will get to decide what the 200 playthrough is. So I looked through the games I had that I wanted to play on stream, and I decided, and I narrowed it down to these 4 games. So you can vote between Persona 4 Golden, Kingdom Hearts 1, Kid Icarus Uprising, and Xenogears. So, if you haven't yet, go vote on that poll. You have about a month to do so. The 200th playthrough isn't going to happen for some time. It's not going to happen for a couple of months, because I have to play through like 7 or 8 other games before I get to that. And, you also... but the reason why I'm deciding that now is because since me reaching 200 playthroughs on stream, me streaming 200 playthroughs is such a big deal. There's a couple extra things I'd like to do for when the 200 playthrough starts, and I need time to do those things. And each of those. So the reason, if you're curious why I chose each of those 4 games, so I mentioned this when I originally announced them, but I'll go over the reasons again. For Persona 4 Golden, so I originally did try to play Persona 4 Golden on the channel, play through Persona 4 for the first time, when I reached to celebrate reaching 200 followers many years ago. And actually, let me share that poll with the let me share that poll on YouTube. Yeah, I did try to play through Persona 4 Golden for the first time many years ago on stream. However, I was doing that. I was only able to get Persona 4 Golden on my old, like, buy the Steam version on my really bad computer. So it's, yeah, on my really bad computer. So, like, every single technical problem I could have had during that stream happened. And so, after a point, I had to, like, say that, like, I had to stop it and say that eventually I would restart the game from the beginning when I had the means to stream it. And thanks to me having thanks to me getting better computers, better hardware, I'm now in a much better position I can now actually fully play through that game. The only thing is that I hadn't gotten the time to do so yet. So I figured this would be like, if it wins, this would be like kind of a nice thing. Is that like it was supposed to be the 200th follower celebration, but now it's the 200th playthrough, so it keeps the number going. For Kingdom Hearts, I have fully played through the Kingdom Hearts games on the channel. That, in fact, was one of the first big events I did, was playing through the entire Kingdom Hearts series for the first time on this channel. That was many years ago, and it was when I was... Again, that was like when I was just starting out streaming, so... I'm nowhere near as good a streamer as I was... I'm nowhere near as good a streamer then as I am now. And also, as part of Twitch gutting the VOD system... as part of Twitch gutting the VOD system, I had to, like, download all the Twitch VODs so that I can, like, slowly upload it to YouTube. And unfortunately, a lot of the really early playthroughs didn't survive the downloading. And one of them is like the entire Kingdom Hearts retrospective that I did. Like, and it's basically because in order for that to, like, if I can't just upload like one of the games from that. The whole point of that was that I play every single game from Kingdom Hearts that I could. And that's in the collections. And so just because a couple of streams across it, like a good number of streams across various games I played as part of that, those streams are just like they're unwatchable. They either have like horrible audio issues, they either like horrible video quality, or just they're cut into like 15 parts because my computer couldn't handle streaming. So I decided at some point that I would like to get back into Kingdom Hearts and play... I'm not get back into, because I'm still a Kingdom Hearts fan. I'd like to retry the series again. This time with, like, being much better as a streamer, and this time on a computer that won't die every 5 seconds. And then for the other two games that y'all can vote between, Kid Icarus Uprising is, like, that was one of the games... That has long been one of my favorite games. But I haven't been able to play it in quite some time because it's locked to the 3DS. And in fact, I haven't been able to play it in many years because it's locked to the 3DS. And I don't know what happened to my 3DS copy. So what I'd like is, I'd really like to play that game because I really like to play through that game again. However, I'm not sure how well the controls will... I'm gonna have to emulate it, and I'm not sure how well the controls will work on a 3DS emulator. And then lastly, Xenogears. Xenogears is another game that I've wanted to play on the channel for quite some time. In fact, Xenogears is a game that I have to play on the channel at some point. That game, like, it's a PS1 turn-based RPG by Square Enix with giant robots. And like a mix of like 2D sprite art and 2D pixel art and early 3D models. That ticks so many boxes for what I'm interested in. I have to play that at some point on the channel. So why not? And also, the poor Xenogears fans have really been through it. The poor Xenogears fans have really been through it. So I also have Xenogears as an option there, to where if it does win and I fully play through Xenogears on the channel, then maybe my weird game prophecy powers can activate and Xenogears can finally get some sort of re-release. So yeah, if you haven't already, make sure to go vote in that poll. When again, you'll have about a month, you'll have about a month. On the stream on May 3rd. The poll's gonna end on May 3rd, and then after the very first stream after the poll ends, I will announce what the donation goal, or excuse me, not the donation goal, what game will win, or what game won, and will be the 200th playthrough. Okay, I'm guessing this is where I need to go. This looks like it. This looks like the path. Yeah, this looks like the path I have to take. Okay. Oh wait, no. Let me quick save here. Let me think for a second. So, now, finally getting to Final Fantasy II, which is the game I'm playing today. I think I'm almost halfway through this game. Now, I tried to complete this area last Tuesday, but I didn't finish it. So, I'm gonna hopefully get through this area tonight, and then maybe I might be able to beat another area. But I'm not certain. Just because I don't know what I'm in for. Yeah, I don't know what I'm in for with this. Okay, none of those gadgets have done much damage. Yeah, those didn't do much damage, but they did kill them. Well, that's at least 2 of them dead. That's at least 2 of them dead, so I can try killing them with physical attacks. Let's just keep at it. That doesn't do much damage, so magic looks to be the only way I can damage them. Or like the best way to damage them. Yeah, that's what happened. Okay, yeah, I think I've got to be nearing the end of this cavern. Oh boy. Okay, so 4 doors. Let me... I'm putting a quick save right there in case any of them, like any of these doors, drop me back to an earlier part of the dungeon, so that I can just reload and just avoid that door. So far, okay, this first one just dropped me into this empty room with more where monsters are present, so that's not too bad. Okay, we'll just have to use magic. Just gonna have to kill it with magic. Turtles are notoriously weak to magic. Doesn't make sense. There. I was worried that, like, just entering into the room would cause a monster to attack me, but no, okay, it just... So when they didn't attack me in that room, I thought I was safe until I took a step out of the room and then suddenly got jumped by these zombies. Oh. Yeah, can't be having them kill. Can't be having Maria killed by these zombies. She has probably overall. She's overall. I'd say she has the strongest physical attack. I think. That or at least that or it's like maybe not the strongest physical attack, but like the strongest crit rate, or like the highest crit rate because she crits a lot. Sleeps as revenants. Zombies are everywhere. Okay, remnants. Renevants. Oh. You're definitely a boss.
Chimera after egg.
Yes, hello. I would just like to inspect that egg you've got there. Oh, it's 4 of them. This is not the kind of a boss fight music I was expecting. This sounds much more like... This doesn't exactly sound like a boss fight theme. It kind of sounds much more like mystical. It kind of reminds me of like maybe an Arabian Nights sort of setting. Like I could see this music being in a Shantae game. Yeah, we're gonna try the magic first. Oh, Furion is like Furion can't do any magic, so. Okay, magic doesn't seem to be useful at all against these guys. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. In that case... Yeah, let me use that. Okay, physical attacks are a bit more effective. And let's just save the rest of our magic for defense, or just healing. Okay, cure. Then we just have everyone do... Oh. Never mind. Wow, okay, no, never mind. Physical attacks do even less damage than magical ones. We might be in trouble here. Yeah, let's put some of this to good use. What? Okay, we're just gonna have to use normal attacks. We might lose this one. Yeah, okay, let's do this. The Phoenix Down isn't going to heal much health. Yeah, like barely any health for her, so... There. Sleep Pokemon Cube says, well, sleepy times for me. Good night. Good night, Pokemon Cube. Have a good rest of the week. Oh. Dang it. Okay. Let's attack, attack. He's gotta be healing them up. Well, I guess she needs to be healing everyone up too. We got one of them. Okay, good. That missed. Oh, that did not miss. Okay, he's got to be using that. I'll have her to get back to using magic. I think this is overall our best option. We are slowly whittling down their health. Like, I have killed one of them. Dang, okay. You try to put them to sleep. Cure. Blizzard. And have her use Blizzard. It is interesting that, okay, so for like the ancient Greek chimera, was like its body was part lion, part goat, part lion and part goat, and then it had the tail of a and it, like its tail was a snake. So it's interesting that in a lot of the more modern, a lot of the like fantasy series or works that will take some influence from Greek mythology. Whenever they show off, a lot of times what they do with the Chimera is they have it like it has three. It's basically like advanced Cerberus. It's got 3 heads, and one of those heads is a lion, one of those heads is a goat, and the third is either a snake or a dagrin. I guess maybe that's kind of like... I guess it's maybe like because in this very simple sprite form, in this simple sprite form, a creature that has like a creature that has the head of a lion, the body of a goat, and the tail of a serpent would really just look like kind of a slightly weirder lion, and might not stand out as much from like lion enemies. That might not stand out as much from an enemy that is from any enemies that are just lions. I didn't do much. Oh gosh, she's nearly dead. Okay. Okay. Huh, we still haven't beaten the second one. Okay, well, we gotta focus on physical attacks now. Okay, that's one. Okay, that's 2 of them more than dead. There's just 1 left. Okay, I think we can out-tax it. Yeah, we can out-tax it now. Yep, there we go. Alright. I think the difficulty... That fight was difficult, but I think that really just came down to that it was like fighting 4 of them at once. So they had 4 moves and we had 4 moves. Yeah, okay. Ask. Let me just see what I do here. Oh, key items, Wyvern Egg. Just dropping that egg in the pool. The Wyvern Egg sinks gently to the bottom of the spring. The egg rests east of the bottom of the life spring. Oh. Talks. Get old. Oh, okay, so we have to... I guess we just leave now? Oh, wait. Do I have to like, climb back up? Oh, no. Wait a second. Do I have to go all the way back up? I guess that's it. I guess I just go all the way back up. Oh, no. Okay, well... I'm not gonna fight my way all the way back up to the ground floor. I don't... Gosh. Let me see if I have some way to escape from here. Hold on, let me check. Okay, options here. There's some memory, you auto battle. Encounters on guild time zone. increase your max HP for a fixed number of wins in battle. Oh. So the stat boost for each attribute. Skill level progression for magic. It's the amount of skill level progression for weapons or shield. It's the amount of gil obtained in battle. I guess I will try to fight my way back up. And then if it looks like we're all gonna nearly die, then I'll turn only then will I turn on. I'll turn off the battles. Unless I decide to use the boost features to boost the level up system, so we get so strong that I can just one-shot everything, which is, it's very tempting because it means that I would get through this game and its battle system quicker by just by progressing through the game naturally and then getting to a point where I can easily beat everything. That does mean I won't get it. That does mean I won't get. I will not get. That does mean I will not get an honest challenge out of this game. But I mean, y'all, it's very clear to y'all. Y'all already know that I've already lost all interest in this game, battle system. Yeah, you know what? Okay, I will not turn off battles. The fact that you can turn it off as well, that is an interesting yet diabolical touch. Okay, there. Let me just set it to ×2 for right now. And then, yeah, let me just scale my way back through here. Oh my gosh, it's already almost an hour in the stream? Dang. Okay, actually, you know, I'm gonna take a short break. I'll be right, a very short break. I'm gonna be right back. When I get back, we're gonna get out of this cave. Alright. So, let me get out of here. Oh wait, I didn't mean to activate the auto battle. That might kill them. No, okay, they're still alive. Alright, they're still alive. But yeah, let's quickly get out of here because I've already... an hour of the stream has already passed. Surprise. Yeah, an hour of the stream has already passed, so I've already spent an hour in here. Oh. Okay, now she's dead. Well, let's bring her back. I guess we just don't do any. Yeah, I guess that was the end of the interaction with the egg, just dunking it in the, just dropping it in the spring. Well, hopefully the Drake. Well, that's right. That was the last living Drake that egg was the last living dragon, and we just dropped. It was the last living wyvern, and I just dropped it into a spring. Hopefully it survives that. Hopefully it's okay. No, I'm just gonna save. Oh, dang it, we don't have any magic. Okay, let's actually flee from this fight. Yeah, we are not in a state to fight. I'm not in a state to fight these guys, so let's get out of here. Oh. Still fell down there. Okay. Okay, she's not dead yet, but... that ought to kill that one, and then... that ought to kill that one. Yep, okay. I think this way is where I need to go. Ah, dang it. That might kill Maria. Yeah, she's dead. Okay, we've got like 2 more Phoenix down, so let me revive her. Oh my gosh, not this again. Dang it. Okay. Maria and Layla both have very low health, so this is not looking good at all. I guess let's quick save again. Okay, let me check my... do I have anything that'll let me get out of here? I don't. Okay, we're on think the 3rd floor. Nope. We're gonna have to flee. We don't have enough magic to fight that thing. Yeah, we do not have enough magic to fight that thing. And I only have like 2 Phoenix Downs, like 1 or 2 Phoenix Downs left, so. Okay, this goes here. Maybe this path to the left is where I need to go? Oh boy. Oh, it's the bony boys. Okay, get rid of this. Let me get rid of this bot. Oh, I did figure out. Okay, so when I play more XCOM 2 on Sunday, there is going to be a slight change. I had to add another extra mod because I noticed like that the sharpshooter class they would never get like pistols. They would only have to get the hollow targeter, which I do not like. So I was wondering like what's going on to see if there's like maybe an issue with one of the mods I have, and I found out that one of the mod that I added that like expands the class system, that just as part of that mod, it disables any class from equipping pistols, which sucks. But I can't remove that mod for 2 reasons. One is that since I already started a playthrough with that mod installed, if I take that mod out, then the class system, the characters that I already made up to that point were built with that modded class system. So if I take the mod out, then there's going to be like some significant bugs in the class system as it tries to implement this modded class system, but can't because that mod is not installed. And then also, like the main reason I installed that mod was because the Snake Lady, I added Torque. One of the mods that has to be like installed before you can install the mod to add her into the game. One of the other mods that has to be installed to like make her work is that mod that adds expanded classes. So I couldn't take that mod out. So instead what I did is I added another mod on top of it. And this one allows any character to equip pistols as a utility item. So on my side time, or in my own spare time, I'm going to try it out, make sure that works. And then if it does work, then yeah, that's what I'll do to implement it. Is like any character will now have the chance to use pistols, but they'll have to lose the opportunity. In order to equip a pistol, they have to put it in the slot where they would equip like a grenade or a medkit. Which, oh, okay, let's use this to heal up. And if that doesn't work, I'll try installing some other mod to like add pistols back in, because I really, for a couple of the characters that I had like planned on making in XCOM 2 Disgaea, kind of like to make them work, or to like really make them fit in XCOM 2, I need them to be able to equip a pistol. Alright, we need to go... I believe we need to go back to Altair. Which is... Okay, we're gonna have to go to our ship and then sail over to there, so... But we're gonna have to fight our way back. Okay. Ah, dang. Well, I wanted to stop by the castle to see if anything happens if I visit there again. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let me check in on these two and see how they're doing. At the wyvern, it's dead. The last living wyvern is dead, but the egg you placed in the spring remains. Someday it will hatch in this wing, and the wyvern will spread its great wings and soar through the sky for the rebels. The wyverns can't thank you for what you've done. Can't thank you for what you've done, so allow me to do so in their place. We are grateful. Okay, well, eventually there will be one last Dagran. That's nice to know. Although, unfortunately, that poor Dagran's gonna have to, like, be a Dagran. That poor Dagran's gonna have to be a Dagran all by itself, since it's the last living wyvern. Also, if it's the last living one, that poor thing's gonna have to, like, fend for itself, unfortunately. Oh, hey, Amelia, welcome in. Welcome to Final Fantasy Tuesday. A Tuesday wherein I play Final Fantasy 2, because it's the current Final Fantasy game I'm playing. This giant list of Final Fantasy games I'm playing. Okay, so just another reminder. Just a reminder to anyone watching this, if you haven't already. If anyone watching this hasn't voted in the poll to decide what the 200th playthrough is, what the 200th playthrough will be, go vote in that poll. So make sure you go vote so y'all can decide, because I'm letting y'all decide whether I play Persona 4 Golden, Kingdom Hearts 1, Kid Icarus Uprising, or Xenogears as the 200th playthrough. And what's going to happen is, whichever game wins this poll, whenever I start playing it, when I start playing as part of the 200th playthrough, every stream is going to be that game until I beat it. So y'all have up until about May 3rd to go vote, so please go do so. Okay, let's go ahead and head. Amelia says, lovely pun, nice. Thank you, I'm quite proud of it. Now, if I do manage to beat Final Fantasy 2 on Final Fantasy Tuesdays, before the XCOM 2 Donathon is done, then what might happen is Final Fantasy Tuesdays become XCOM Tuesdays. You know, we're just gonna do normal physical attacks. I think I'm about halfway through the game, but I'm not sure. Anyway, let's go back to Altair and see what we need to do next. Alright. And... let's go back to Altair and see where we have to go next. Oh, and... now, like I said on Sunday, whichever one of these games wins the Donathon, that will lead to, like, major, like, things. Like, basically, like, the reason why I have, the main reason why I haven't played, like, Persona 3 Reload, and Persona 5 on the channel is because I was waiting to play those until after I beat Persona 4 on stream. Because, like, that was the one I committed to playing first. I mentioned that I want to, like, fully play through the entire Kingdom Hearts series again. Well, if I'm going to do that, I have to start with Kingdom Hearts 1. And then I also mentioned that I'd want to play, like, the Xenoblade games, and maybe also the Xenosaga games on stream. But if I'm going to play, but before I play through those, I'd really like to play through Xenogears first. And then for Kid Icarus Uprising, I mean, that one isn't really going to start any, like... side arcs. Like, it's not... Like, Kingdom Hearts will basically start the Kingdom Hearts side arc. Persona will basically start the Persona side arc of streams on this channel, of playthroughs on this channel. And Xenogears will start the Xeno side arc of streams on this channel. Kid Icarus Uprising isn't going to start any side arc, because there's no other games really connected to it that I'm interested in playing. But I would really like to play Kid Icarus Uprising. Oh, she's gonna still be poisoned after this, so I better heal her up. Yeah, I better heal her. Okay, I better heal her up. Okay, so Altair should be there. Let's just go... The one thing that so, overall, I'm not really... For those who haven't been watching me playing this, overall, I'm not really enjoying this game that much. However, the one thing that is happening because of me playing it is like, dang, I now really want to make, like, some small sprites in, like, this classic Final Fantasy style. Like, this little sprite of, like, the boat that's just, like, 2 frames of, like, just, like, 2 frames with colors alternating to kind of show, like, that the sails are being, that the sails are, like, the wind is pulling the sails. Or, like, the Chocobo, which has, like, 2 little sprites, which are just, like, the Chocobo just, like, alternating 2 little sprites to show it running. I love that little simple, but I love that this remaster, like, I love that this remaster keeps the simple sprite style of, like, that this game originally has, but then just adds, it remasters it. So it says Final Fantasy 2 is the reason I look at people who try to say Final Fantasy is not a franchise that changed, like they're insane. I mean, that's the case. It is interesting how many of these old series, like, decided, like, immediately after the first game, they were like, alright, we're changing things up immediately. Like, Legend of Zelda was also like that. Legend of Zelda, like, after Legend of Zelda 1, they went to a completely different gameplay style, which has, like, kind of influenced some games, but, like, I do actually think with Zelda 2, there is, like, some sort of, like, there's some potential there to where, like, the kind of, like, style Zelda 2 had, where with, like, an overworld that you walk through top down, but then, like, when you actually get to the areas you're going to, it's, like, side-scrolling. I think that could be, like, that could be used for, like, to some games' benefit. Yeah, this was absolutely crazy that after the first gameplay system that they introduced in Final Fantasy 1, which was basically like, hey, let's try to make our own legally distinct version of Dungeons and Dragons. It's crazy that after that they were like, and now we're just gonna go like, and now we're gonna make the prototype for like, now we're gonna make the prototype for what games like Elder Scrolls and Fallout use. Well, not Elder Scrolls and Fallout, but like the prototype for what games like Skyrim use. And like a bunch of other games. Yeah, not Oblivion and like Fallout, because those games, like when you level up in Fallout, you actually like choose what skills to assign your points to. Maybe I should try using some magic. Sleep says they kind of had to. Not always, because there's things like the leap from Dragon Quest to Dragon Quest 2 where the only change is the addition of a party for you to control instead of one guy. But for the most part, sequels had to differentiate from their predecessor because they were trying to fix what didn't work in the previous game. Well, Well, there's differentiating from your predecessor in like by like improving upon what you think didn't work in the first game, and then there's like going in a completely radical different direction. which is what every Final Fantasy game does. Is like goes in a radically different direction. So instead of D&D magic slots, you now have myth. Instead of classes, you've got characters. Instead of traditional expo leveling, you have increases you use leveling. So it's definitely interesting to see the ideas come back through. Yeah, it has been really interesting. I do think, like, already a couple games in, that even though some of these games I haven't enjoyed as much as others, like, there's a definite gap between, like, how much I've enjoyed Final Fantasy 1 and 2 versus how much I've enjoyed Final Fantasy 6 versus how much I've enjoyed Final Fantasy 7 Remake versus how much I've enjoyed Final Fantasy 7 and 9. So there's been like clear gaps in between how much I've enjoyed each of these games. But I do think choosing all these games, doing a bunch of these games, and playing them in like the order I'm interested in was a good idea. Because playing like Final Fantasy 9, Final Fantasy 7, and Final Fantasy 7 Remake convinced me that, okay, this was a good idea to play some of these games before others so that I could make sure to keep my interest instead of going through it in like release order. But also, I think it was a good idea to play so many of these different games because since the gameplay is so different between each of them, it means that I get to experience, like, it's not just, oh, I don't get to experience, like, instead of experiencing just the best of Final Fantasy, I get to experience, like, just how wide and varied Final Fantasy is. While also seeing, like, what elements actually are kept in between, each of the game. Like, the actual gameplay mechanics change. The actual gameplay mechanics change a lot between Final Fantasies 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. However, the visual style it mostly stays the same for the most part. Yeah, for the most part, it stays the same. Because like you still have 4 characters on the right side of the screen, enemies on the left side of the screen, your party on the right side of the screen, and like these like kind of static these static sprite art. And then you have like an overworld you explore. So it says, take FF7 for instance. You have the characters which start here. You have the materia system, which is a focusing on the level as you use its system, etc. I forget if it's FF3 or 4 that starts the ATB system, but that's an evolution of the basic turn-based you're using. I guess you do have a point there. Yeah, you do have a point there, Sleepless. Like, all the Final Fantasies that have, like, cast of characters that people really like, I don't think they fully owe it to this game, because from what I've heard, Final Fantasy IV is the first Final Fantasy game that really has, like... From what I've heard, Final Fantasy IV is the first Final Fantasy game that really has, like, a good story. And, like, the characters, like, are defined there. However, this does have, like, characters who are characters. They're not just their classes. They're not just their classes. They do have very basic personality. Well, okay, they have very basic attempts at personalities, but... they are characters with names and unique designs. Yeah, this game... all of the Final Fantasies after this one that have, like, characters who have names and designs... yeah, that did start here. So it says, 4 is the first one that has an emotional story with defined characters. Yeah, I guess... oh, yeah, this game does have a story. It's just very, very simple. Oh, wait. Let's actually head back out and save first. Okay, fine, let's heal up. And then... the abbreviated guide I was told to look... the abbreviated guide that I looked at tells me that I should remove Layla's stuff here. So I'm guessing I'm about to lose Layla. The princess's behavior has been very strange lately. Perhaps she's trying to cope with the king's death, but still. Oh boy. That's a bit worrying. Oh, hey, Gordon. Hilda's been acting very strange lately. I try to speak to her and all she does is laugh. Could the king's death have disturbed her so deeply? I just don't know what I can do to help her. Would you try speaking to her for me? Okay, but why are you sitting on her throne? Why are you sitting on the king's throne? I guess let's go. Maybe she's in here? Nope. Oh, hey. There you are, Hilda. Firion, there is something I would like to discuss with you. We'll be waiting outside. Come to me, Firion. Whoa, wait, what's going on? I didn't know. Okay, apparently this is also the first apparently this is also the first Final Fantasy that introduces sex. And I guess maybe it's the first Final Fantasy that starts the shipping. Alright, why are you just standing there? I don't enjoy being teased. Now you're mine, Firion. What have you done with the princess? Aye, not so fast, you scurvy snake. So, I mean, kind of a coward there, Firion. I kind of a coward there, Firion. What, you don't... Just because she's not like a normal-looking person, you don't want to date her? Although you not being interested because she's trying to kill you, that is definitely understandable. Sleep says, but yeah, FF has always changed with every game. When you get to FF3, that's the first game that lets you change as it will. When you get to FF4, that's the first game that's the first emotional story. FF5 is the first attempt to synthesize FF3 and 4. 6 is a response to 5, not doing as well and not returning to a more emotional story. And the popularity of that one certainly influenced the PS1 era of FF, where they chased those emotional stories and defined the characters over roles in the party. Okay, so the guide kind of led me astray there. I guess I should not have... Yeah, the guide kind of led me astray there. I should not have unequipped all of Layla's stuff. That's a cool new theme. Oh, okay. That's worrisome. Let's try Asuna. Okay, that's not... Physical attacks aren't really doing that much damage, but... That's bad. Oh, jeez, that's bad. Okay, the lightning's a bit more damaging. Oh, fuck, she's dead. Okay, we should have gotten some, I should have gotten some more healing items. Lightning seems to be effective against her. Oh wait, that didn't knock her out of confusion? Gosh dang it. Or out of charm? That's unfortunate. Oh, come on. So they can be, okay, so they can be asleep, but they won't leave charm. That's a problem. Okay, he's back to normal. Okay, no, it's not charm, it's confuse. Oh, okay, we got her. I just realized, like, every single person in this party, in our current party, they all have like a blue color or a purple color scheme, except for Furion. Layla, just how much of that did you see? Aye, enough to know you shouldn't be letting your guard down around fetching young ladies, I'd say.
We're a real princess.
I've terrible news. We've just heard a tournament is being held in Palamecia, and Princess Hilda is the prize. Well, that's very worrying. I'm coming with you. I want to help you rescue Hilda. Aye, don't worry. I know just how you feel, Captain. Me and my boys will manage your army. I run a tight ship. No need to fret over us. Yay, Gordon's back. Yay, I guess, Gordon's back. Okay, we got about 30 minutes left in the stream, so... we're gonna absolutely need to... okay, I guess I'll give him the Mithril Mace, and... Giant's Helm... actually, let me give him just the Mithril Helm. And I guess Mithril Armor. I'll give him a shield, I guess. I guess I will give her... actually... let me give him this. And give her that. Well, let's rest up here first. Wait, 600... wait, why is it 656 skill now? It was just 200 before. Why is it so much now? Okay, well, before we head out, let's go grab some more items. I've got 110,000 gold, so let's... okay, yeah, 99 high potions will work. Let me just get 91 of these. Let's see what. Okay, cross removes curses. Let's get 99 of those. Cures amnesia. Let's get all of those. Removes the toad status. Yep. Cures stone. Let's get that. Oh, that's all my money. I guess let me sell this stuff I'm not using. Okay, I'll keep that for now, but this, sell, that sell. Excuse me. Okay, let's sell that. Sell that. Okay, what else can I get? Phoenix down. I only have 1 cottage. I only have 4. Ah, dang it. Okay, I should have. Okay, we're gonna go out here for a second, and I'm going to actually, like, get enough money to where I can buy a bunch more stuff, so... Because I don't have that much longer in the stream, so... We're just gonna, yeah, let's increase that there to 4 times, and I'm just gonna run around the castle for a little bit. These things are very weak, but that's okay. We just need to mainly get money. Oh, wait. Oh, dang it. Okay, I actually sent it to auto battler again. Let me not do that. And let's see. So the Colosseum is on the east side of the desert, on the east side of the world map. So where is that? Okay. The east side of the desert on the east side of the world map. So over, probably, I'm guessing that means that desert below Cashwan Keep. Actually, okay, let me just go ahead and set off. I don't have many healing items. I don't have many, like, I don't have many cottages, ethers, or potions, but I can get more. I could get more in the battles I fight on my way to the Colosseum. But we got like less than 30 minutes left in the stream, so I'll be back on Thursday with a continuing God Hand, and then Sunday will be more XCOM 2. Will be more of the Brawl Kaiser's Bizarre Donathon Arc 2.2 XCOM 2 Disgaea. So more XCOM 2 on Sunday. So we're going to have to circle around here. We'll have to go around the tip of the... I'll have to go around the tip of the continent here in order to... And then sail down from the north in order to reach that area. But yeah, it looks like I'm definitely not gonna beat the Colosseum before the stream ends. But yeah, I'm definitely not gonna beat the Colosseum before the stream ends, but I can at least get there. Oh, okay, we ran into that island again. Wait, let's not. Okay, yeah, let's... Okay, second. So yeah, we should be able to get there. Yeah. Okay, let's keep heading down here. Oh. No, okay, not there. Well... I guess... that might be where I have to land. I'm not sure. Yeah, that might be where I have to land. Let's see. Okay, I'll try landing here. Yeah, I'll try landing here and seeing if that desert is where I need to go to. Okay. So down into the desert I'll have to go. I hope this is the right. I hope this is the right place to go to. Well, it should be easy to find. It's a very big desert, but I should be able to find the Colosseum. It'll probably be hard to notice. Okay, let's try using some magic on these guys. Okay, that mace isn't doing anything. Gordon, do you still not know any magic? Oh, that's right. You were like you weren't able to learn any magic, so you only had your physical attacks, which you're not the best at. Remind me why we brought you again. Yeah, why did we bring you? Well, let me try to see if he's willing to learn some. Let me see if he's willing to learn some magic this time. Okay, Blizzard's very effective against him, so let's just keep using that. Item. Okay, Blind Tome. Okay, he is willing to learn some magic, so... If I remember correctly, he wasn't willing to learn magic the first time I brought him along, but I guess he's more open to using magic now. Oh wait, the Chimeras are just here? Wait a second. They're just here? That's literally the boss I just fought. It doesn't even have a different name. It's just, yeah, it just is the boss I just fought. Okay, that wasn't enough to kill him. That was enough. Gordon's not doing great. We need to find that... Yeah, we need to find that place quickly. Yeah, we need to find that Coliseum quickly and hope that they'll, like, they sell they sell healing items. Oh, I took all that and it's still alive. That's bad. Gosh dang it. Well, I'm not gonna revive you, because you can't really do much. Everyone else's health is looking good, but except for Gordon, because, you know, he's... I guess I can revive him. He just better not die on the immediate next turn. Oh, okay. Let's use, yeah. There. Okay, it should be the east side of the desert on the east side of the world map. Let's keep throwing... I guess let me keep throwing Blizzard Magic at it. Oh, there it is. Okay, Blizzard, 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 and Blizzard. Okay, that's safe here. And let me just hope that I can find... Okay, there's some guy hanging out there. Oh, okay. Never mind. May you fight well this day. Oh, that's the Emperor. Okay, I know that that's the main villain of this game. Have we never seen him before? Is this our first introduction to the main villain? Just we try to walk into his room. We just try to walk into the room. He's like, nope. It's like, oh, more gladiators. May you fight well this day. So the victor goes Hilda, Princess of Finn. I should have healed before we stepped into here. I thought we would actually... Oh, it's a behemoth, isn't it? Oh, dear. Yeah, I thought that I'd actually have a little bit more. I thought it wouldn't be a battle immediately. Okay. Let's try casting some different magics and seeing what's effective. And then now let's try some physical attacks to see what works. 0. 0. Okay, magic is the only thing that can damage this thing. Yeah, if magic's the only thing that can damage this thing, then magic is what I will cast. So just keep throwing magic attacks at it. Blizzard, Thunder, and let's see if I can, like, make it even less accurate. Nope. No, okay. Blizzard, for both Furion and Maria, their strongest spells are Blizzard, so we'll just have them keep casting that, whilst a guy uses his other magics. Keep casting that. Keep casting Blizzard, Blizzard, Thunder, and Blizzard. There we go. Okay, Thunder leveled up, Blizzard leveled up, Thunder leveled up, Blizzard... Dang, everyone's skills leveled up. Hooray! Nobly fought. Now let us give you your just reward. This is your chance to slay the Emperor. This is your chance to slay the Emperor. Thanks, voice. Here is your reward. A reward befitting a rebel, Furion. Let's throw him in jail. Are we not gonna fight back? I guess we're not gonna fight back. Alright, Amelia, have a good rest of your night. Ha. Sturdy iron gate blocks the doorway. Lights out! As for rescuing me from the mines, I pay my debts. Now get out of here before they catch you! I don't remember this guy, but okay. Well, you know, at least... Okay, we did not... I was about to say at least we got a good night's rest, but we did not. We did not heal up at all, so... Dang. So just saved from the mines. Oh, I can actually just go through the water. Okay. Sim says, you saved him from the mines. I'm sure I did. I just don't remember it. Every single dungeon in this game has some variation of these zombies and skeletons with swords. So it says, clearly this had a bigger impact on him than it did you, love. Okay, we'll escape from the mines a little bit, and then I'll start escaping from the mines, and we'll have to save the rest of the mine escape when I return to this game next Tuesday. Nope.